And here I is. What's happening, everybody? It's like I'm seeing so much of you lately. It's like we're dating or something. It's like good to see everybody on this Tuesday evening. It's time for What the Fuck is Going On Tuesday, where we talk about people's relationships because they write in and they share their stories. They're looking for answers, solutions, resolutions, suggestions. They need a little help. And so they submit a letter, and then that's what I do. I read their letter on the on the video out loud, and then I respond to it. Everybody who's listening, please be sure to check the chat as well, because the people in the chat room very often will contribute a thought or two, or some ideas. Sometimes they have ideas that I didn't think of, because I'm doing it like this and I'm just one person. So they, together they might come up with some additional ideas that give you a different perspective on things. And as some of you may know, this week I finally relented to the pressure and put up a video discussing my perspective on that B. Smith situation. And ooh, them sisters was mad at me. I tell you, they was hot. It's like, how dare you be on his side? And I'm like, it's not his side. My thing is, I don't think, I mean, it's in line with everything I tell you. Nobody should sacrifice their life for anyone else. I don't care who it is. And, this is just my perspective, were I in his shoes, I would do exactly the same shit. So I know me, so it's going to be hard for me to judge somebody in a way, what I mean? I'm going to see him through my eyes. And I know I sure as fuck would not spend the rest of my life taking care of somebody who can't even have a civil conversation with me. They can't make love to you. They can't talk to you. They can't go nowhere with you. They can't do nothing with you. I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life looking at that and being with that all by myself. And that seemed to be the way that, the sisters was coming at the whole situation. And they're like, well, it's like you're supposed to commit to one person and do all this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, if that was truly a part of wedding vows, then why did like so many people cheat and why are there 75% divorces? I mean, let's be realistic. I'm a realist. That might be your fantasy, but who does that anymore? Come on now. Everybody got somebody on the side. That's just how it is. Now, the people that we're going to be talking about, some of them should have somebody on the side, like a new person, like in the middle, in the front, and on the side, because the people that they are with are crazy. We see this every week, so it's nothing new here. And let me see how many letters that we have. Hold on, let me check. Usually I wait till the last. Okay, we got 13 today. We got 13 um, questions and answers. Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't sit well with people. I mean, it's like he definitely could have handled it a different, but the bottom line is the fact that he has somebody. Now, how he got the person and what he's doing with the person, all that stuff, I'm not there to judge that. My name is not Jesus Christ, God, Buddha, none of that. That's not my job to judge what he does. All I know is, were I in his shoes, I would do exactly the same thing. That's it. I would be fucking somebody, and I would not be sitting there at the house with somebody babbling at me, thinking that that's how I'm gonna spend the rest of my life. I would not be doing that. So, that's just how it is. What's up, people? Let's get in started with these questions. I forgot to get the thank you comments and posts. There was a lot of them, but I forgot to pull them off my email and off the wall, but I'll put them in for the next one. So let's get started. This is day 5 of Video a Day Debruary, which we do every year here on this channel. So, and this is the 5th one. So it's February 5th, 5th video. Question number 1. This young lady writes in, oh, where's all the ages and stuff? I guess she didn't put that part in. Okay, well, whatever. She says opposite sex friendships has been a topic that has been an issue for me when it comes to dating. My viewpoint on this topic is that I am not comfortable with someone I'm in a relationship with having friends of the opposite sex. I feel setting boundaries in a relationship is important, and that is the one boundary that is extremely important to me. Okay. When this topic comes up while dating, I get a lot of defensiveness from men and men do not understand where I'm coming from and disagree with me. My question is, how do I effectively communicate my option on this matter? I think she meant to me her meant her opinion. I don't know, on this matter without getting as much pushback from men. Also, when is the best time to bring up this subject when dating someone new? Okay, so she's got a couple of things, couple of questions in one. All right, the first thing is, why do you get pushback? I can tell you, because when you start trying to tell grown men what to do, it comes off with like you're a control freak. And no man wants to be with a woman who's going to be trying to control him, especially when he just met you. You say yourself, dating someone new. Okay, so that means the shit is brand new. You trying to still decide if you like him and he likes you, but you already coming in trying to regulate his friendship. See, that's you doing something kind of screwy there. Okay, that's one thing. The second thing is, how do you effectively communicate it without getting pushback? You don't control anybody but yourself. They are entitled to push back just like you're entitled to assert your opinion about the matter. They don't have to agree with you. There's no rule that says they have to be on the same page as you. And personally, I think that, you're going to come into situations where people have friendships with people of the opposite sex, people that they've known since childhood, college, all this stuff. They might not be best buds, but they're going to be some occasional phone calls when this person rolls through town. They're going to go have lunch with them or something. I mean, there's going to be interaction online. I mean, this is just how it is. For you to expect that a man is going to be with you and he will never have any other social contact with another woman because you disagree with it is unrealistic. That's very unrealistic. What you need to do is figure out how to say, well, I want to make sure that there are no boundaries crossed in this friendship. So how do you handle your opposite sex friendships? Let's talk about that. What kind of boundaries do you have in place as far as phone calls, time that they want to spend to come over, and this kind of thing. Tell me how what you do about that. See, now it's an exploration, it's a conversation, and you're exploring each other's lifestyles versus you coming in trying to dictate and regulate. You can't do that. You cannot do that. I mean, he might not even have any female friends, or that maybe but never was an issue. But you coming in there telling him what he best not do, he gonna make sure that you don't you he's gonna push back because it feels controlling. You know, she's a whole hell no. Yes, this is like, girl, you just doing the most right here, especially in a new relationship. And you want to communicate and them not push back. What you're essentially asking is how you can get them to agree with you. That's what you mean. How you can get them to see things your way and do things your way. I'm telling you, you got a very controlling attitude here, and it's not really like conducive to building anything. And you say that's your extremely important thing to me. What it sounds more like is you need to figure out in your head why this is so threatening to you. What is it about this situation, or how can it be mitigated so that you do feel comfortable? You're a grown up now. Okay, and so whatever things happen in childhood that made you feel like this is how you need to conduct your relationships, you need to get over it. Figure out how your partner can, help you feel assured and comfortable and secure in the relationship while he maintains those female friendships. No man should ever have to not have his female friends because he has a relationship with somebody else. No, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, she's uber insecure. And when is the best time to bring up this subject when dating someone new? When you hear that he has a female friend. Until then, you don't say nothing. Because otherwise, it sounds like you're trying to come in the door, like I said, regulating. You don't do that. That's not how you do people. Man, I wish some man would tell me that I couldn't have a male with my male because all I ever had was male friends. I have had like two or three close female friends in my whole life. Everybody, all my other friends have been dudes. And that's just how I roll. I mean, like friends for like 15, 20 years kind of friends. So I don't know. That wouldn't work with me. Okay, let's see. Question number two. How long is this thing? Oh my God. Oh no, that's a different one. I have to peek ahead and see how long they are. Okay. My girlfriend and I have been dating a little over a year. From the time we started dating, I knew that she and her family were close, but it was never much of an issue. After about 6 months, I decided to have her move in with me. Still, things were great with us, and even though her family was annoying, I didn't let it bother me much. Now here's where things took a turn for the worst. It had to be a turn for the worse because otherwise, why are you writing a vice columnist? So then he says, shortly after she moved in, her parents decided to rent the house right next door. Oh my God. Turns out they can't afford to rent this home, and now we pay some of their bills, which in my opinion is ridiculous. Now keep in mind, I'm 28 years old. I own my home. Go ahead, young man. I go to work every day and I would like to think that I am somewhat successful. But since this has all happened, my savings account is gone and I'm struggling now living paycheck to paycheck. Oh, hell no, that bitch would have to go. At first, I didn't let them being right next door bother me. It's to the point now I can't go outside without her nosy mother wondering what's going on. If I have company, once again, nosy lady next door has to call or show up to see who's there. Nosy neighbor lady calls or texts constantly throughout the day with updates on exactly what she's doing and basically makes our plans for us constantly. If my girlfriend doesn't reply to a text right away or answer her phone, I either get a phone call or someone knocking on my door. Hell no. I used to just walk. They used to just walk in, but I put a stop to that. I feel as if there's no privacy as she tries to run the way we live our lives. I get it. That's her daughter. She's 27 and is treated as if she's 12. So I decided that enough was enough and I was going to break things off. She had not been feeling well, so out of respect for her, I wanted to wait to have that talk. Then we find out she's pregnant. Oh, how convenient. With this news, I decided that I'm going to try to make things work. I love this woman and would do anything for her and can't stand the thought of her not being around, especially since we're expecting our first child. But my fear is things will not change. Her mother will want to try to tell us how to raise our family, even though we pay her bills and are both adults. And the constant calling, texting, stopping over, and wanting us to visit will get 10 times worse with the baby in the house. Sorry for this book. My brain is fried. Deb, what can I do now? Please don't go off on me. He knows me too well. Because I'm going to say, motherfucker, what the fuck was you thinking? Okay, first of all, you know the bitch is crazy. Her family's crazy. So she may love her and all that stuff, but she come from crazy folks. When you see first generation from crazy, understand that that shit is gonna be. It usually skips a generation, and so your kid is gonna be weird, like it's in your in laws. This is a big no. And of course, you better verify that the bitch is pregnant. I would want to go with her to get an ultrasound and all that old shit to make sure this just ain't some game to try to, because she could feel that you was getting ready to break up and they want to keep that gravy train rolling. Don't be stupid. Okay, you already was dumb enough, and you say don't go off on you. Sorry, can't uphold that. I'm a lesson to blow, but I'm still digging your ass because this don't make no damn sense. First of all, you're a 28-year-old man. Okay, you're a man. This is your house, okay? You supposed to puff your chest up, pull out all your testosterone, sit her people down and say, look here, motherfuckers, it's great that you moved next door, but this is, you gonna be invited here just like you would be anywhere else. Don't you call here. This ain't your business what goes on in this house. I'm not coming over there every day. You not coming over here every day. Stop calling and stop texting. You get to call once or twice a week and that's it. You decide what kind of you put the limits and parameters and boundaries up. You don't let them do it, and you see your girlfriend's not going to do it because she's silly, and her parents are even worse than her. As far as this paying for them thing, um, we pay their bills. No, 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 no. If she wants to help pay her parents' bills, that's one thing, but she still better pay her share of responsibilities at that house. And the two of you need to sit down and make a budget, okay? Because if she gonna be working, which this is just like a whole setup to me. This is a whole setup. So the mother's gonna be wanting to, do the daycare thing, which you guys are probably, since you already living paycheck to paycheck, will be happy to do. So she's gonna have a lot of control over your child and over your life because you're not gonna be able to afford daycare, and so she's gonna be just conveniently right next door to take care of the baby. Don't you see the setup here? How you got gamed on? They saw a successful young man was about something, and they wanted their daughter to have that. And they got their hooks in your ass knee fucking deep. There is nothing you can do. You better hope she has a miscarriage or decides to get an abortion. That's your only way out of this bullshit. Cause it's over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He better first verify that she's really pregnant and that this is just not some game they trying to run. And make sure you continue to use your condoms or whatever you was using, and go buy some fresh ones in case the bitch done poked holes in them. You go and you better protect yourself. This is just the saddest thing. Oh my God, if you were my son, I'd be kicking your ass from here to Timbuk 3 for being stupid. He's moving her and her family. Once her family moved in next door, you were supposed to sell your house and move. Oh my God. No, this is like This is wrong. This is so wrong. What happened, Van? I must have missed something, but anyway, yeah, I mean something to get him out of this situation because his ship is sunk. These people done gamed on him, and he don't even know what happened. They done took all dude's money. He don't have no savings. All he got now is a job in the house. Poor little thing, and I guess his car. But you know how expensive babies are. This is a disaster. And you're gonna have to tell her parents you can't help them anymore because now you got a baby coming. They gonna have to get a job, do something, because or move. Those are gonna be their options, and you need to tell them that quick. With the baby coming, all that you helping them with the bill shit, that shit's coming to a halt. And so they have 6 months or whatever you're gonna give them to make the magic start happening. And because you're withdrawing your financial support, because now your money needs to go towards your baby, you can't be taking care of the baby and them, and you ain't making no more money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But see, now that he doesn't have any savings and he's living paycheck to paycheck, he probably doesn't have that, um, the financial resources to go and qualify for another mortgage. Not by himself. He's stuck. They got his ass good. They checkmated him. He's dude is stuck. He's stuck. Yeah, they're using him. And by getting that baby, getting her, her getting pregnant, that's why I say that's your first stop. Say, come on, we going to get a test, and don't let her mother know about this. Put her ass in the car and then drive to some place where they do a pregnancy test. Set the shit up in advance so she can't say no. That's what I would do. Her mother wouldn't even know. And then if it turns out she's not pregnant, kick that bitch out and then just go on with your life. I don't know, because unless they tell me what race they are, I don't put that on the submission form. I'm not trying to know all of that. But I mean, some people volunteer that information. They say I'm white, I'm black, I'm whatever, Latina, whatever. I mean, they will tell you, but I don't ask it. So all I know is dude got took, and he ain't seen shit yet until that baby comes, if it's one actually coming. It's over for him. Oof. I feel sorry for young dude. But thank you for writing me. And like somebody say, though, you understand. Okay, first stop, pregnancy test. Verify the pregnancy. Number two, sit the parents down and tell them that they only got, if it's pregnant, then you say, at this point, you have, however many months you want to give them, and I'm withdrawing all financial support. Our money now needs to go towards our child and, getting our rooms ready and our lives ready to be parents. We do not have any extra money to give to you. You guys are going to have to get jobs or whatever you're going to do. You better start making it happen, or you better plan to move. I don't know what else to tell you. What you also need to think about is, don't be shocked if they say they're going to be trying to move in with you. You better only have 2 bedrooms, and one of them better be the baby's room. Because if you have like 3 bedrooms or something, it's over. They about to come move up in the house with you, dude. Your ass is stuck. Oh, you getting fucked over. Woo! All right, let's move on. Question number 3. Oh my God, another pregnancy. My girlfriend broke up with me and she is 8 weeks pregnant. She broke up with me because I am emotionally abusive. I have a lot of anger issues. She told me that if I get help, she would consider getting back with me, but she doesn't know yet. She tells everyone, my friends and family, that she still loves me and will always love me. She also tells them that she wants me to get better. I miss her so much. I sent her a message a day ago to tell her how I felt. She told me to not contact her, that she will contact me. She told me that she needs time and space. What do I do? If I even have a chance with her again, I want my baby and my ex back. Wow, 8 weeks pregnant. Too bad she didn't get an abortion. Anger issues are genetic. So you're going to have an angry ass baby. All right, this is the deal with you, sir. If you want to try to get this woman back, that means it's just time for you to grow the fuck up. That means go and find yourself some kind of anger management program. They're usually on a sliding scale and enroll. And then go to the little meetings every week, twice a week, however many times a day they have, and work on that. Because you that's going to be good for you as a person, as well as a father, as well as a boyfriend slash husband. You need to be able to control your goddamn temper. And if you can't control your temper, that means you have no control of yourself. And if you are a man who's out of control, that means you're very immature and you're a risk to everyone around you. That's what that means. So she's probably fearing for her safety and the safety of her baby, because you're gonna flip out and hit her or something, and she'll fall, and then you'll lose the baby, and she might, then you're gonna be in jail. I mean, it's gonna be a big old hot mess. That's why it's best that she stay away from you. Get your ass in an anger management program. Do some research or call down to the district attorney's office or something and ask for a referral for a good program that they use. And then you can just go sign up for that, with your private insurance, or pay out of pocket, whatever you need to do. If you really want this girl back, it's time for you to stop selling wolf tickets and put some, show her by showing her proof that you want her back. And as she says, you want to get help, so she wants to see you get help. You better start getting yourself some help, and then she might take you back if she sees that you're doing that and you're serious about it. But right now, you're just talking shit. You ain't done nothing. You still the same fool you were, just all sad because she left your ass. I would have left you too. But for me, I would have got an abortion and then left you. I wouldn't have been stuck with no fucking baby by you. Your anger management ass. No way. Oh my God, this looks long. Question number 4. Hold on. Yeah, he sound like a nutcase. Anytime them dudes do this, they talking about they got anger management issues, I don't trust them, because, they be good, 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 and then suddenly they just let go and flip out. And then people end up with broken bones, hospitalized, sometimes dead. And then they sit up there talking about, oh, I didn't mean it. It was, but I was mad. Well, see, but you should have done something about that. You had this problem. That's the difference between a man and a boy. A man sees something and he strives to fix it. Something's broken, he want to fix it, repair it, rebuild it, strengthen it, augment it, make it better. Little boys sit around crying about it and they don't do shit. So you have to decide which one of those you gonna be. You got a baby on the way, motherfucker. You need to man up and get your act together. This is crazy. Yeah, she on there about her business. He needs to get it together on his own. Well, she gonna be messing with him because now they're gonna have a kid together. Dumbest move ever. So the little girls listen to this. Stop having all these babies by these idiots. It's like, you find out your ass is accidentally, get your birth control game on together first. You're gonna be fucking with fools. Then if you do, fuck with them, nothing happened. You're not stuck. But then if you get stuck and you have a baby, then you stuck forever. That makes no damn sense. You better get an abortion. Multiple restraining orders, shoot. What you needed was multiple Glocks. That's the best restraining order in the world. Nigga, back all the way up. I'm like, yeah, this is like, that's what I'm saying. He was stupid, he was dumb, and had anger issues, and yet she gets pregnant by him. See, it's like, what the fuck were you thinking? What were you thinking? That's the kind of man you want to be the father of your child? See, this is when I want to drop kick these girls' asses, because they're not thinking straight. They just want to have, babies by miscellaneous stray idiots. And I just don't understand that. That's just dumb. All right, let's move on to question number 4. We got 13 to go. Oof. These first ones are doozies. I'm already tired. I lied to a girl. Oh my God. The first word, I lied to a girl that I've been talking to for about 6 months now. I was in love with her, but wasn't sure how she felt about me. But anyways, there's a friend of hers that I happen to become good friends with. And my girlfriend asked me not to talk to her friend because she didn't want me getting close to her. Her reason was this friend of hers was her only friend that I didn't have ties to, and she wanted to be able to have a connection with someone that I had nothing to do with. She told me that she doesn't trust this friend in the past and didn't want her knowing her personal information. Okay. However, I grew kind of close to this friend, and every time me and my girlfriend would argue and fight about something, I would rant about all our personal affairs and tribulations to this friend that I knew my girlfriend didn't trust with her secrets. Oh my God. This is just getting worse, dude. So you know the full story. My girl asked me a few times if I talked to this other friend, and I told her to her face that no, I barely have communication with her. Well, a few days ago, my girlfriend went through my phone, saw the messages, and found that I lied to her. She told me the reason she went through my phone was because we've only been talking, not seriously dating, and she and that I've been nothing but perfect to her, so she knew that she wanted to see me as potential husband one day. She wanted to tell me when we woke up the next morning that she was in love with me and she wanted to make what we have official and serious. But she said no matter how good that seemed to her, it just had a gut feeling that something was off, and she just wanted to ensure I wasn't lying to her, so she went through my phone while I was asleep. I feel terrible, as you should. I can't sleep. I can't eat. She told me that she doesn't know if she can get past this and make it work, and that's probably not going to happen. But she asked me to give her time to reflect on the situation and see if she can bring herself to trust me. What do I do from here? How to get her trust back and prove that I do anything for her? This is the only problem we've had since we started talking, and I know I messed up. I take full responsibility and I know it was wrong. But this is the first person I've ever truly loved, and I've been in numerous relationships. I want her to see that I care more about her than anything in this world and would never do anything to jeopardize this again. Okay, you dumb little fuck. Okay, you say this is what kind of love do you have? You say this is the only person that you've ever loved, and this is how you treat her? You betray her. You backstab. You lie to her face, and then you call this love, and you think that she's going to come back to you? You humiliated her. You told the woman who was her enemy, like she does somebody she doesn't trust, and purposely, intentionally told you, I don't want this woman to have personal information about me because she's toxic. What did you do? You went and purposely sought this person out. The one person that didn't have ties to her, you made sure she had a tie to you. And not only did you make sure that she had a tie to you, you fucked it all over, and you did it intentionally, and you did it repeatedly. You need your ass kicked on the real. I don't know what the fuck your problem is. What kind of love is this? You couldn't have treated her worse if you were her worst enemy. That's some shit your enemies do. To stab you in the back and humiliate you and just, embarrass you publicly and do all. You did everything to her that an enemy would do. And you writing me talking about you love her, and what do? I'm not going to tell you what you do, but it involves the nearest bridge and a jump. Okay, you figure it out. I think that's enough of a clue. Question number 5. Little trifling piece of shit. Ooh, if that was my daughter, I'd be finding you and stomping your ass until my leg wore off. My boyfriend is talking to an ex, and he is not great with social cues and underlying context. Oh, he's just stupid, just trifling, just ugh. He let me read the text between them and asked me if I had any issues with them being friends. This was many months back. He has never been private, and he's told me I can look at the text if I'm ever concerned. I never had a reason to be. While he said nothing about being interested romantically in her, there are hints here and there that she is interested in him. Things like asking if he plans on marrying me and such. Then there's a lot of just plain chit chat. Well, last night she happened to mention that she found an adult video, and the male lead reminded her of him, and that she, sex aside, missed him being her best friend. And in the next text states that she missed being his. Now he says that she meant that she just missed being his friend. I feel like she meant she missed being his in a more sexual way. Of course she did. Your boyfriend's stupid. I'm confused on how to handle the situation because while I'm irritated at her for being completely disrespectful of me because she knows he's in a relationship, I'm also irked at him for his obliviousness to the underlying context of her text and not putting an end to her adult video reference until I explain how it came off to me. Any advice would be appreciated. Okay, sit your knuckleheaded dumbass IQ of 7 boyfriend down and you say, look here, this is how this is going to go. You're going to choose either me or her. And this is no ifs, ands, or buts. If you want me to stick around, you got to cut this bitch out of your life right now. I'm not going to tolerate this kind of disrespect. And I'm not going to tolerate you acting like you don't fucking understand what this means. So you're going to make a decision right now. No hens and haws. No, let me think about nothing. Right now. Right fucking now. And then what, you still have to, I mean, no matter what he says, you can decide what you want to do. But I would just point, I would let him know that's how serious I am. These dudes, they are trying to play stupid. Like they don't understand what's going on. They understand very well what's happening. He just trying to see what you going to do about it and how far you going to put your foot up his ass. And you need to put it knee deep. This is some bullshit. And then you snatch his phone and you call her and say, look here, bitch, you do some shit like that, you're going to have to deal with me. And trust me, it's not going to be fun when I catch up to your ass. You're trying to be slick and you're not going to do that. Not over here. And so you try some shit like that again and see what happens. Well, I mean, this is the kind of things, first I mean, even if you do leave, my thing is this, you always leave like a G. You don't leave like a little, like a little puddle. You leave after you rock some folks' worlds and sensibilities. You threaten them. You tell them about themselves. You do whatever you want to do. Cuss the bitch out. I mean, go to her house, beat her ass. I mean, whatever you want to do, however you want to handle it. But you do not just fold up and cry and just disappear off the scene. No, you raise holy hell, then you go. That's it. That's how you have to do bitches like this. Because, see, if you just fold up and disappear, they're both going to perceive that to be that, you're like a little mouse and you just like moused away and they, gamed on you or something. They got the upper hand and they won or something. Girl, and, I don't know what nationality you are. Or you don't even really know the age. My cousin put none of the demographic stuff on here like she usually does. I don't know what happened. But, this is time for you to show that you are a real woman and not a little girl. There comes a transition time in every woman's life where she has to make that choice how she gonna handle herself with other women and with men. And either you're gonna approach it like a little girl where you like cowering and fearful and looking for other people's approval or support or crying, all this kind of stuff, trying to play the victim role and looking for pity and all this stuff, or you're gonna stand straight in your fucking spine, lift your head up, stare people in the eyes and use your words and cuss them the fuck out. That's what you have to do. Like a grown woman, and you put them in their place and you tell them about themselves. So this is a perfect example of that. And there's no way that she meant this. Anyway, you're gonna be talking about a porn movie reference to anybody else's man. I'm a pretty open-minded liberal person, but I'd have strict boundaries, and this is one of them that would not sit well with me at all. She would be getting her ass kicked. Yeah, that G better come out. I mean, just straight G. Well, I don't know if she's dumb. She's insecure. She doesn't know how to handle it. They're probably young. I mean, just think about when you're 18, 19 years old. You don't really know what to do unless you're like a little hood girl. Then you're going to go ballistic on somebody. But your average, person raised, you know what I mean? You got good family values. You got these stuff. You in college. This kind of behavior, this kind of ratchetness is not the norm in most families. So you don't see this kind of behavior going on. You recognize it in your gut as a woman. You recognize that something's wrong, but you haven't seen any examples of it. You don't really know how to handle it unless grew up in that kind of environment where you see people do bitch shit. So that's all. It's not like she's dumb. She just doesn't know how to handle it, and that's why they write because they want. Then they need some ideas and some instructions. So that's what you do anyway, young lady. You better G the fuck up real quick and put both of these motherfuckers in check. But really, I mean, I couldn't be with a man like this. I mean, that's just me. By the time I had to go through something like this, I would lose interest in him. But you're not me, so you have to go through your emotional whatever and how connected you are to the dude and all this kind of stuff. But Deb is connected to Deb. And so when people start getting confusing to me or I start doubting you or questioning what your motives are and stuff, I'm out. Deuces. And I don't even ask no questions and I don't say goodbye. I'm just gone. All right, so question number 6. Yeah, he knows. That's what I'm saying. They be just playing that dumb role. He's testing her, and so is the other girl. Question number 6. I've worked for the same small company for nearly 14 years as a secretary. We have 2 company directors, both males, and an office manager is female. Every member of staff hate her because she's a bully. During my first 2 years, I was the one she bullied and treated like shit until she moved on to others. She speaks to everyone like shit, treats everyone like shit, and bitches about everyone behind their back. Why don't y'all jump her or put X-Lax in her food or something? She's very emotionally unstable. Her language is atrocious, and she used to be rather racist until one of the directors told her off about it. She gets very sexually suggestive with younger male staff. She ruins every Christmas party. She pushed it too far with me last Christmas by constantly shouting and swearing at me for no reason, and one of the directors witnessed her treatment. He admitted he could see it now, and I told him it's been this way for years, but he didn't do anything about it. Both directors know what she's like and have received many complaints, but they've never said a word to her. We had a lot of snow last night and we were all made into work no problem, but there was no word from her. The director tried calling her, but no response. So did some members of staff. They asked me to send her a text, but no response. She turned up about 2 hours late. Then she snapped at me and bitched about me to another member of staff with me right in front of her. I lost it and snapped at her, saying it doesn't give her an excuse to come in and treat everyone like shit. She screamed at the top of her voice to piss off. She would have been every kind of bitch I could think of. As expected, the directors did nothing. Wow. When I returned, she apologized, but not how she treated me for us having a row. But then she asked me to apologize, which I didn't. She was freakishly nice to me all afternoon, like she got scared that she had pushed it too far. I really wish I could get another job, and I've been looking, but I can't find anything that offers the hours I need to work around getting my daughter to and from school. I'm at a dead end with this woman. She gets away with everything, and the directors do nothing. I feel so miserable. Obviously, because of the language that you use and how you spell these words, like apologize, there's like the UK spelling of things and there's the American spelling. This letter came from the UK somewhere. I wish my cousin had put how usually it tells you where they are and the age and stuff, but she left all of that out this time for some reason. But I could tell that's what it is because of the way the language that she uses. Now, this is where the problem is. If you were in the United States, I could tell you without a doubt how to process this through court action legally by filing a discrimination and harassment and hostile work environment claim against her and the directors of this company. They've had plenty of notice that this woman is creating this environment. She's sexually harassing people, she's verbally abusing people, and she's just basically being a bitch. And so you guys would have a class action lawsuit against your firm for allowing this kind of behavior, in which case she could be fired. The firm would have to pay all y'all a big settlement, and it would just be a lovely payday for you. However, I don't know anything about laws like this in the UK. So and I really, I mean, I'm telling you what I would do here. So if you hear this and there's some similar, agencies that you can go to that are on a par with those agencies here that fight, it's called the EEOC, Equal Opportunity Economic Council. And here in California, they have the DFEH, Department of Fair Employment and Housing. And those two agencies work together to battle discrimination and harassment and things like that within the state of California and federally. So if you find anything like that available wherever it is you are in the UK, please go and visit them and give them this information and see what options are available to you legally to shut this bitch down and make those directors do something about this. There's no way in this world that anybody should be tolerating that. And it's like, you guys, everybody's putting up with it. There's 15 of y'all and it's one of her. So I don't understand why you guys are sitting there letting her talk to you all kinds of crazy. Even if three or four of you got together, surrounded that bitch and told her about herself and told her about she better not do any more, then she would back down because she would see that she's not going to be able to bully you anymore. That's what you need to do. I mean, this shit could have been shut down. But you guys got to come together and shut her shit down and say, look, we're not taking that shit. You're gonna start yelling, and we're gonna yell louder. You're gonna start trying to bully people. We're gonna bully your ass back. And just don't let her do that. Don't let her treat you that way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even pay somebody. I would just I would be up in there with my ninja mask on, but beating that bitch's ass. I wouldn't want to pay any of my money to beat her ass. I want the satisfaction of seeing her bruised up from my fists. Lady boss say 1-800 choke that hoe. You know this woman crazy, right? That's why I love her so much. Choke a bitch. Yeah, I don't know. That's you guys gotta do something though. Stop sitting there being all passive. Either go investigate the matter legally, or you talk to the other coworkers and y'all stand up to this bitch at the next opportunity. Get up from your desk and surround her, and y'all all tell her what she you sick of and what she better not do no more. Shit, not in the bathroom. I do it right in front of them directors that are so bitchy they don't do shit. I do it to them too. All y'all are fucked up. Question number 7. Some guy I was dating decides to take a oh wait. Some guy I was dating decided to take a dump in my toilet after we had sex. It smelled up my whole place. I was so mad. What is your take on pooping while dating? Ah, oh, somebody help me. I'm not even religious, but I'm about to call on Jesus. Cause this is like this is, oh. Okay, wait. Okay, I don't even know what to, I don't even know what to say. Okay, when you gotta go, you gotta go. What you want the man to do? Like shit in his pants and running shit outside it like a dog? What do you want him to do? I mean, he was using all the muscles in that area. Everything got a little relaxed. So it was time for the poop to come out. What you want me to do? Oh my God. Now, what you could do is, if preparing for this inevitability, have some matches, book matches in your bathroom, or some scented candles, or cans of, air freshener or something. I mean, do something to, combat the odor, because it's going to happen. Well, yeah, but men tend to eat a lot of meat and stuff. So that shit sits well, yeah, it sits inside of you and it putrefies, and when you poop it out, it smells like rotted meat. This is like, you can put that boy on a fruit and vegetable diet and clean his insides out, cause that don't even sound right. Yeah, I know it's, but well, how big is her place? Maybe it's only a little one bed studio. I don't know. He flushed, but if she didn't have no spray there, what he supposed to spray with? Some people don't have them kind of things. The little dried flowers, poopery thing. Somebody mentioned, the little dried flower thing. I have one of those in my bathroom. I mean, I have it because it looks pretty. It matches the decor. But I mean, other than that, I don't have it there to absorb odors. But I guess now that I think about it, maybe that is what it does. But shit, you don't keep a can of Lysol. I keep a can of Lysol in my bathroom. Because, I like to spray the toilet handle and the thing, every day anyway. Wipe it with the Clorox wipes. I do something in there to kill germs and bacterias. But, ooh, dude. So, anyway, I mean, this is funny. But in our reality, I mean, that's a natural bodily function. I mean, what you want dude to do? Hold it in? You can't hold it in. It had to come out. Ah, Queen Kitty, once you have kids, you get over all of that. Kids don't care. There's shit everywhere. You walking down the street, then suddenly you smell shit. They don't care. Even when they're toilet trained, they're stopping, just walking right, you holding their little hand, and they stop. And the hand that you're not holding, they reach around and grab their butt cheeks. Mama, I have to go poop. I have to poop. And so it's like they make this grand announcement. So everybody around now knows that your child needs to take a dump. I mean, it's not what you going to do. So you run them to the bathroom. That's how it is. You change them diapers, and honey, them diapers make you want to flee. But, it's just like nothing much you can do about it. The baby be happy because, it's more room inside now that they got rid of that. And they all happy and feeling all relieved and giddy and shit. And you got gasping for air. I'm just saying. There's nothing to hide here. This is life. But, I'm just saying. So, you girlfriend, especially if you get married, you get married. Let me tell you about husbands. You always have a house with at least 1.5 bathrooms because you want to banish him to like whatever bathroom you're not near. That's what you want to do. Because if you only have one bathroom and he got you in the bathtub or something, putting on makeup to get ready for work, and he got to take a shit, he is going to walk in there, pull his pants down, sit down, and just let it go. And the fumes will blow your hair back. Your hair will be like, ah! Trying to hang on to your scalp because the fumes are that strong. So I'm just saying, don't get married then. Do not get married. Your own child is different. My child wasn't different. I would tell everybody this shit stinks. Nope, it was not different. So Vanessa say go outside. Ah man, you cold. You guys are too funny. I'm yeah, whatever. Oh, this show has deteriorated into talking about various places and ways to poop. It's like, I don't know you people. I don't know you people. I don't know you people anymore. I just don't know what's going on here. Yes, men are gross. And they love talking about poop too. Did you ever notice that? They will talk about it. They call it pet names like logs. And talk about, they want to compare the size of it and how they felt afterwards, like light as a feather. And they just, I have three brothers. That's why I know these things because they just, ooh, special. All right, now that I've laughed my ass off, you guys, this is too much. Let's move on to question number 8. I've been single more than I've been in relationships. Since I started dating at 18, I'm now 30. I've been dating or in relationships for about a third of that time. I just love solitude and my failed efforts to find an authentic partner despite all these years of meeting new and different people. I've traveled to 16 different countries and numerous airports. Makes it easy to prefer solitude. It has always brought me the most peace, too. I guess the purpose of me writing is to ask you this, Deb. How can I work towards being excited today? I've gotten so satisfied within my solitude and disappointed with not meeting potential male partners. I'm not excited about dating anymore at all. What do you think? I think that if you don't want to do it, don't do it. I mean, seriously, there comes a point when you get into, you see all this shit, and there's people that have wonderful relationships. Don't get me wrong. There's people, but they're in the minority. The majority of relationships are kind of fucked up and stupid, and they end. And people, it's just drama. So if you've experienced all of that, you've been there, you've tried, you've been all over the world, dating different men, different nationalities, different countries, eat different food with them, and also stuff, and you still prefer to be by yourself. That's your happy place. Then I'm wondering why you feel the need to to press yourself like that. I mean, dating somebody and finding love and also that should be a positive thing and something that you enjoy, something that you look forward to, something that's, exciting and fun for you to do. It's like an adventure. And if it's not that, it sounds more like it's a chore, it's work, it's drudgery, you just don't want to be fucking bothered, then don't do it. There's no law that says that you have to be in a relationship. None at all. You can be, I mean, when men are by themselves, they're just called bachelors. And everybody, chalks it up to them being, fun and making decisions in their own. But when it's a woman, then suddenly it's a problem. If you're happy with it, you're traveling, meeting people, dating them here and there, and this and that. Don't put pressure on yourself to find one that has to be quote the one. Just enjoy each man as you meet him, and then when he's run his useful course, then just get rid of him. Some people call that a player. I just call it a woman with some good fucking sense. She ain't trying to make, what they say, a silk's purse out of a sow's ear with every man that she meets. Some of them are just sow's ears and they need to stay sow's ears. And you pick them up, you look at them and say, oh, you're a sow's ear. And then you put his ass back down where you found him. Other guys, they might be like, I don't know, a leather purse or something. I mean, they're not a sow's ear, but, they ain't that bag of gold either. I mean, there's going to be different kinds of men that you meet. You'll have different kinds of relationships with them. Some will be better than others. Some will last longer than others. If you can enjoy them for what it is without expectations and demands on yourself and pressure on yourself or them, then just do that. I mean, come on now. That's what's so great about being A woman in these days, you have so many choices. You don't have to be married. You don't have to be with a man for survival. You don't have to do anything that you don't fucking want to do. So you decide that you don't need my permission. I mean, I'm affirming your choice, but you don't really need it, and you don't need my approval. Don't go out and be you. If this is living by your doing like this, is living you living your best life. Carry on. You got my blessings. Question number 9. My boyfriend, 31, and I, 26, have been dating for a little less than a year. We now live together. We moved across the country together about 4 months ago. I found a job quickly, but he's still jobless. So now I'm having to pay our joint bills myself. What's joint bills? Okay, power. Well, joint food. Okay, rent. He's had a couple of interviews, but so far they haven't worked out. He has another interview next week. He says if he doesn't get that job, he'll start applying for any and everything. The problem I'm having is that he said that before, but so far his method has been to apply to 2 or 3 places and then wait about 3 weeks to see if he gets an interview. If he gets an interview, then he waits another 3 weeks or so to see if he got the job. And by waiting, I mean he doesn't apply for any other jobs while he's waiting to hear from these people. I don't agree with that at all. I think he should be applying for any and everything right now, and he should stop playing the waiting game because I'm not sure I can afford to pay our bills by myself for long. And aside from not job searching, I have a hard time seeing how he's really not doing anything productive. Most days when I come home from work, he's playing video games. Not only that, he usually acts disappointed on days when I don't feel like working out because then he doesn't get an extra hour or so to play games some more. I just can't believe that the 9 or 10 hours I'm gone isn't enough for him. Arg. How long do you think someone should stay with a significant other who doesn't have a job and doesn't appear to be actively searching? I most definitely don't want to be someone's sugar mama. Too late. You are. Mm-mm. Mr. Dust Bunny, video game Dust Bunny there. You need to tell him, okay, I don't know what kind of rental agreement you guys have. Is your shit month to month or did you sign a lease? If you sign a lease, then you stuck. If it's month to month, you can tell him, look, you're going to have 30 days to start bringing some money into this house. I don't give a good fuck if you get on the corner and sell dick. You're going to do something to bring some money in because I'm not going to be doing this anymore. At the end of that 30 days, if you're not bringing in money, I'm giving notice and I'm moving out and we're breaking up. That's what's going to happen. Because I'm not going to be taking care of a grown man who wants to sit on the couch and play fucking video games all day. I'm not your mama. I'm not your sugar mama. You a grown ass man and you need to be responsible for yourself. You can't do it or you don't want to do it, then that's fine. You can live on the corner and live in the park. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not taking care of you. I'm not going to do that. So you got 30 days. You better make some magic happen. And then that would be it. I would be done with him. I would be done. You good, because, by the time he did that first, little I'm a wait thing, no. You're going to apply for some more jobs. You're not going to wait to hear what's going to happen there. You're going to apply for more stuff because you need to make some money to bring into this house. Yeah. I don't care. Sell dick, sell ass, or whatever you going to do. Pack grocery bags, be a bagger at Lucky's or whatever. I mean, be a street sweeper, sell newspapers. You going to do something. I don't care what you do. But you better do something and it better bring home some money. Question number 10. You know what you got? I don't know these people. I've never seen these people before in my life. They just wandered into this room and they started talking crazy stuff. I'm just like, I don't know what to say here. It's like my virgin eyes. You guys are too much. Question number 10. I love my boyfriend of 7 months and him me. When they start like that, it's always some fuckery coming. When they mention the word love, most of the time he's sweet, loving, and a fun guy that I know and fell for. He's an old school gentleman. We have a lot of the same core values. When we first got together, he pursued me hard and fast, and he was everything I ever wanted in a man. He is 28 and I am 26. I like that he seemed to have a good sense of direction in his life, good career, nice family, strong values. Okay, he is what most men would identify themselves as a good man. But let's see what else has happening here with the young lad. Sometimes he can almost get a bit judgmental or critical of me. or be very set in his ways. Sometimes it takes me off guard and I get a bit clammed up. Sometimes it makes me upset. We talk on the phone a lot, on my way to work, on my way home from work. I love being able to phone him and have that connection when we aren't together. Sometimes he can get on a topic and just run wild with it and be critical. I take classes to further my education at night. Almost all the people in my class are older working full-time professionals. We all come straight from work to class. We are hungry and tired. The instructors are aware of this and pretty casual and understanding. I usually leave work, pick up a salad, and take it with me to the class. Others eat snacks or sip on coffee. My boyfriend went on a rant to me about how eating in class is so disrespectful, and the instructor is probably insulted. How if he was in my class, he would be so insulted by the person next to him chomping on salad and blah blah. He's complaining, he's bitching about that, and she don't get home till 9, so she's not supposed to eat. He didn't get it. It made me feel like I was a horrible person. I don't know why it affected him so much. It's my life and my choices. He hates tattoos and piercings. He would never accept me getting one. He also hates animals. He thinks animals are dirty, but I've always wanted my one. But I gave that dream up since it's really not that important to me, and it was important to him not to have one. I can compromise, especially for someone I love. See? Love, I knew it. I knew it. But he sometimes randomly comes out with statements like, you know, I will never live with a cat, right? We aren't even talking about it, and I'm not mentioning that I want one, but that makes me feel like he didn't want me for me, especially since he would so easily drop me over a cat. He also seems to have our whole life planned out. He knows where he wants us to live in the future. I have no choice. He insists he wants to live near his family. I have no say. I love him. So I would go anywhere with him, but it's the way he goes about it that seems wrong. Huh. He also told me he knows what kind of ring he would give me if he wanted to propose. He mentioned getting a gold band. I don't really like gold, and I said so. He claimed I was getting gold since it was traditional. I would love anything he got me because I love him. But I feel like he would sort of have a say and be happy with something I would have to wear for the rest of my life. He doesn't care what I like. He only cares about what he likes and what he finds proper. He also told me that he's known for years how he would propose, and he has had this plan for a long time. I found this weird, since should it differ according to the person you love and what they like? I just keep feeling more and more I just have to go along with exactly what he wants or he isn't happy. Not with little things like what restaurant to go to, but with a life plan. It's his way or the highway. I keep getting this uneasy feeling in my gut and I don't know what to do. He's really set in his ways and I don't see him changing. What about my goals, my plans, my ideas for the future? I'm a very independent woman, but I have a sense that sometimes he doesn't want that. Girl, this is 7 months. You need to make it not be 7 months and another day. You need to get away from this fool because this is a control freak idiot. And if you married him, oh my God, your life would be over. You could fucking forget it. You wouldn't get to decide nothing. He would probably pick your panties and what tampons you use. This motherfucker is crazy. You say you don't like gold, and he say that's what you're gonna get anyway. And I'd be like, well, let me tell you what's gonna happen. You come up in here with a gold ring, I'm gonna shove it up your ass. How about that? See, he wouldn't want to fuck with me like that. And talk about, you don't like a cat. If you know you get a cat, we're through, right? Guess who would come in the house the next day with a cat? Guess who that person would be? Let me give you a hint. Oh, honey, I would wear his ass out. Everything he said he didn't like, I would just do that thing. That would be next on my list to do. And you try to yell and be critical and stuff, I'd be like, well, you can be critical about that if you want to, but guess what? Nobody gives a fuck what you think. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. If I want to sit in the front of the class and eat salad like I'm eating grapes in one of them Greek movies, that's what the fuck I'm going to do. Dip the lettuce in the dressing and drip it all over my face and then eat it. That's what I'm gonna do. And there's that shit you can do about it because your funky ass ain't in my class. You don't get to decide what I do. And stop calling me all the fucking time. Like you checking up on me. See, this dude is weird. Who did you just left the house and you on your way to work and he got to talk to you on the phone? You just left work and he got to talk you on your way home and he got to talk to you on the phone? He can't wait till you get there? Your gut is telling you that this is wrong and that he's a psycho nutcase. You need to pay attention. This is where young women run into trouble when you know it, you feel it in your soul, and you second guess yourself. You stop listening to yourself. You discount you discount your safety warnings to get the fuck away from this nut. So you keep you trying to convince yourself that you love him. Look at all this compromising and giving up of dreams and goals and wishes that you're doing in his favor. That is a controlling man. You need to get away from him for your own safety. This guy is a nut. Yeah, but see, to hear him tell it, I'm just a good man. Women don't want good men. They just want thugs. No, they want a man who's good, but who's not going to try to control them and put them in a choke chain like a fucking dog on a leash. And that's the attitude that I'm getting from him. You want to live next to your people. Don't nobody want to live next to your in-laws. Who the fuck want to do that? Want to live with your mother? Live by your mother? Go ahead and do that, but I won't be there. No. You would just be like, it's like he has this picture frame of his life and his relationship, and it's already mapped out, it's already painted, right? And then he just finds a woman and he puts her in the picture to see if she's gonna fit. Then it's like, oh, okay, toss, next picture, see. And so none of that picture that's painted of life together has any of her input. It's not about her and meeting her needs and making a life with her. It's all about him, and you're just a puzzle piece to fit in there to make his picture complete. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then just get married, and then if she had a kid, her life would be over. She would be on one of them snapped episodes, cause dude is whack. All right, let's move on. Question number 11. I've been dating a woman for about 1.5 years now. She's a single mom and was in an abusive relationship with her ex. I'm divorced after marrying and being with my high school sweetheart for almost 20 years. I adore her daughter. We get along really well. We both all genuinely love each other. She and I were friends before we started dating. The issue I'm having is the way my girlfriend treats me. She's often cold and unaffectionate, and she at times backs away when I touch her and never initiates any intimacy. She routinely denies my sexual advances, but she's very affectionate with her daughter. She has also blatantly flirted with other men in front of me, rubbing their arms, chests, etc. Friends massaging the back of her neck, slapping her ass. What? Holding hands. She's flirty by nature, but she pushed my boundaries on several occasions, and I told her that I was not willing to accept that behavior as I find it extremely disrespectful. In the beginning, I also caught her on several occasions messaging ex-boyfriends and other random dudes. She remained secretive with her phone and at one point turned all notifications off so I wouldn't see who was texting her. She is active on Instagram daily and has never posted a picture of us. Her reaction when I bring up anything is always get defensive and call me controlling, insecure, and jealous. I made it my point that it was not about control but about respect for me and our relationship. She has created an environment of distrust, and there are a lot of more things, but I won't get into details. Thank you, because this is enough. I'm at my breaking point, Deb. She goes through these episodes of removing all affection from me, limits communication, stonewalls, and I feel like she is trying to control and manipulate me. I find it extremely difficult to communicate with her. I speak to her in a very loving and caring way, do not raise my voice, and I try to listen and open her up. I don't say you, and I emphasize that is how I feel. I have raised my trust issues, but she's not changed a thing, and she never apologizes. Wow. She simply gets angry and starts a fight. My gut is telling me that she's using me at this point. I make a good living, have an amazing family, and can give her and her daughter a good life. I think she wants the best of both worlds and is unwilling to give up either one. I do not know if she is cheating or has cheated on me, but she may as well at this point because it sure feels like it. I've told her that I expect a relationship to include respect, honesty, loyalty, and openness. I don't understand why someone would continue to be with me while acting this way. She is sabotaging the relationship. Does she want me to be the one to walk away, or does she simply want me to accept this behavior? I have walked out twice before, but she has this way of bringing me back in. Motherfucker, your ass is sprung like there's nobody's business. That's what that is. Um, how do I put this? You need to fucking G up. That's what you need to do. You acting like a pussy. You sitting up there letting this woman bitch you like that? You supposed to be. That's why she doesn't respect you. That's what this is. Because she knows that she can get away with this shit right in your face and you're not going to do nothing. You're not going to say nothing and you're not going to do nothing. See, I'm a woman and I wouldn't take no shit like that. I would be beating her ass. I mean, not necessarily with fists, but with words for sure. She would get a uh, a lashing. Now, you doing all this talking about the kind of relationship you want with respect, honesty, and you told her that's what you expect, but you're not getting that. So why are you still there? You're saying I don't understand why she would be with a person that you need to be asking yourself that. The things you wrote right here is that the stuff that you claim that you want in your relationship, yet you're not getting those things, and yet you're still there. You even left and come back to the same bullshit that you already left, and you know it's not there. What's going on with you? That's why I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I'm confused. What she sabotaged relationships. She cheats with flirts around with other men right in front of you, lets men slap her on the ass and she don't say nothing and she's rubbing on dudes and all this old stuff. She turns her away when you want to give her affection. Okay, you need to move out this time and you need to stay gone. That's what you need to do. It move to another state or something so that you put more space between you and this toxic woman. Because this is a no-win situation. You're just gonna keep coming back to more dysfunction and heartbreak. It doesn't make any sense for you to keep going back and forth with this. This is a wrap. It's been a wrap for a long time. She not even a dude. She just a little bitch, and he just being a dummy. You know. Says, how can I forward this guy my number? Unfortunately, they use the submission form, and I don't really have any unless they provide their email address voluntarily. I don't have any contact for them. It's like it's not. That's the form is anonymous, and I set it up that way so that people could feel, um, so they could be honest and not feel like they're going to be judged or, um, not have to worry about their name being called on the air or anything like that. So I just wanted them to feel at ease. But, most of them actually do put an email address, but, they're not required to. And so he did not. So we don't have any information on dude. That's sad. But that's what I have to say, dude. You need to get your testosterone up, get your balls, blow your balls up, and G up here and check this bitch. All right, question number 12. We got one more after this one. Woo! Honey, I'm 19 and just started listening to your videos. I wanted to run a situation by you to get your take on it. I started speaking to a guy online. We exchanged texts and he agreed to meet up for coffee. But as a joke, he said I could come over to his place and he can massage me, but at the same time, he doesn't mind having a coffee date. He said he'd be gentle and he likes being a little naughty. I told He told me that he was only joking. Even if it was a joke, should I give him a chance? Okay, I know you just started listening to my videos, but this is what you talking about right here. This is like the number one major no. You would be serving yourself up like a snack plate over to some man that you don't even fucking know, going in his house where you have no idea who's up in there or what's up in there or what dangers or risks you're facing. To pull your clothes off and get a quote massage? Are you kidding me right now? Okay, any young girl who's dumb enough to think that this is okay and even consider some bullshit like this is stupid. This is dumb, and I hope she's listening to this. Don't you ever even consider doing any shit like this. You got a dude coming at you like this, like you a hoe on the street, so disrespectful. Is motherfucker, you supposed to tell him, look here, motherfucker, you want some free pussy, you need to go out to the corner and pay for it. That's not my role. I'm trying to find somebody serious to be with, and all you are is a pussy hound. Goodbye. And then you just click off. Or don't block his number so he can't text you no more. You don't let a man talk to you like this and then try to play it off like he was joking. Motherfucker wasn't joking. He was testing you to see how thirsty you were, and judging by the fact that you consider it and asking me, is that should you give him a chance? It shows that you have a bit of a thirst going on here, honey. That's not how you handle yourself. That's not what you do. You never go to a man's house. These girls be going to the man's house. Okay, let's say you go to the man's house, right? You all naive, you 19, you thinking, oh, he's who he said he is. He's really, he seems decent. I'm going to go to his house. Okay, so you get in the house and you walk in the door, and he closes the door behind you, and you turn and there's 12 niggas standing there sitting around just looking at you like, what you want now what? What you gonna do? Or you go, he's like, oh, here, lay down here. I made a pallet on the floor, so we can, here, just get comfortable. Let me, massage you. Let me put this stuff on here, this and that. So then he sits down, he straddles you on the back. So now you laying down, right? You like this on the thing, and he's rubbing on your back, and you thinking, oh, this is nice. This is so relaxing. And suddenly he pins your arms behind you, pulls your pants down, and anally rapes you. Now what? What you gonna do? See, I know I hate to be so graphic, but these are situations that has happened to women because they were being dumb. Okay, you being dumb and you being overly trusting and naive. You do not put yourself on a spider's web. Okay, now it happens enough when girls are just walking down the street, minding their own business, going to and from school. They get carjacked, they get snatched out off the street and stuff, and put in these predicaments, not voluntarily. Your ass will be driving to the man's house and putting yourself in a situation voluntarily. What is wrong with you? That is not how you conduct yourself. That is not what you do. Exactly. I mean, you know what I mean? Just like you don't know what could happen there. Never be seen again. And you put yourself in a situation like this, trusting some idiot that you met online. That motherfucker could have just got out of jail this morning for being a sexual, what you call it, predator. That you about to get R. Kelly. I mean, these things are happening. Okay, so you better rethink this kind of lifestyle decisions and whatever it is that was making you go through your head. At least you had enough sense to write me, though. Okay, so I got to give you 2 points for that. But the fact that you even considered this at all, give him a chance. You looking for me to tell you yes? I'm gonna tell you hell fucking no. You're not gonna give him a chance. You gonna go after you hear this video. You gonna block him from ever contacting you again. You're gonna go on that website where you met him, and you're gonna block him there, and you're gonna block him from your phone, all this texting, whatever you've been doing. Delete and block. And don't you ever let no man talk to you like that again. Soon as he comes at you like that, you hang up, you block him, whatever you're gonna do. If texting him stuff, block. Because he's just being a hound dog and nasty fucker. Probably got disease and all kind of stuff going on. Nasty, nasty chump. Yeah, just put, you know what I mean? It's just inviting you over to some shit and you're only 19. Your ass could be set up to become a sex slave, locked up in the house or something. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Don't you ever do no shit like that. Never. Yeah, 19. I mean, every 19-year-old. I mean, no, some of these kids grew up in foster homes. You know what I mean? They don't have um, Foxstream. They didn't have anybody to teach them these things. They didn't have a mom sitting down with them, educating them about anything. Shit, half the girls that grew up with their mother tell me they didn't have nobody. They didn't tell them anything. So you got to look at the large number of children that are being raised in foster care and group homes. They just don't have anybody, educating them, and then that's how they get caught up in the sex slavery, sex trade business, and abducted and stuff because they're so hungry for that kind of acknowledgement and attention and affection. They are like a target for predators, and so I don't like to call them silly when they're young like this. When they're 35 and 40, yes, you get the silly label. But she's still a teenager. She's still a kid. Even though technically she's an adult, it's still teen in her age. So to me, that's still a kid. And she's just a lot that she doesn't know and a lot that she has to learn. And I'm here to support them in that growth and development and education and not to call them names. So, um, but I'm just warning you, little girl, don't you dare do nothing like this. And the rest of you who might be hearing this, you better rethink that shit. Okay, don't you ever do any mess like this. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're babies. You know what I mean? They're babies. And I know they're 19, they're 18, whatever, but they're still children in my mind. And they need guidance and they need instruction and they need somebody to open their eyes to the realities of the world. That's what we as adult women are supposed to be doing to the younger ones, not turning our backs on them and letting them just find out the hard way. That's cruel. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. All right, and here's our final question of What the Fuck Tuesday for February 5th, 2019. This is our fifth day of Debruary, which is what we call the month of February because we do a day here on the Debsterism Channel, and you are participating in the fifth day of it. Question number 13. My husband and I are in our mid 30s with no children. We both have good full time jobs. In my spare time, I read books about investing, entrepreneurship, and other topics because I'm trying to make as much money now in order to retire by 55. Oh, go ahead, girl. He spends most of his spare time playing video games and watching sitcoms. What? He is not interested in being part of any of my business propositions. This is causing me much discomfort. It feels like I'm committed to goals that are going to further our lives, and all he does is sit around being unproductive. A friend of mine asked me how my husband contributes other than financially to our marriage. That was quite thought provoking. In all actuality, I don't ask for much, so he doesn't contribute much. I'm not much of a talker, so he doesn't have to do much listening. I don't struggle with day to day life, so he doesn't have to do much emotional support other than listening to the occasional vent about a coworker. I don't need his money either, really. All I ask for is a bit of time, usually on Saturdays, to hang out and a vacation together here and there. I feel like I'm the grown up and he is a kid at recess all day. Should couples have similar ambitions in life? Is this what people mean when they talk about couples being equally yoked? I don't know about that equally yoked because you know that's some shit in the Bible and you know how I am about all that. But what I am going to say is I am a strong advocate for of people having values and goals that are on the same page. Like for instance, in what you said here, a similar value would be this joint retirement, and a goal would be that you have in line together is being independent and owning a business. Your husband doesn't have any of those kinds of things. Did you not know this before you married this man? I mean, what did you guys talk about? You say you don't really talk much. What did you talk about? I mean, how did you marry somebody who's so vastly different from you? He has little to no ambition. I mean, he got a job, but I mean, okay, it's everybody, but I mean, okay, and then what else? And for what you have your husband for, in your life, okay, he's not a partner to you. That's why we get married, because you want to have somebody where the puzzle pieces fit together, and you know where you're weak he's strong and vice versa. So it's this never ending back and forth of energies and power and support between the two of you. You don't have any of that. What you have is somebody who's sitting on his ass. He goes to work, I guess, and then he sits on his ass and just lets you handle all the heavy lifting by yourself. You don't need his money, and he don't talk to you, and you don't get emotional support from him. So what do you get? A little sex and a little vacation here and there? That's boyfriend material, honey. And with a boyfriend, you could have like several of them and have a lot more fun and not have to worry about what you're going to do about his retirement because you wouldn't have to worry about it because you're not married to him. So even though this might not seem like somebody that from the surface would be divorce material, what you're going to find as you start putting these moves in place, that he's going to be an albatross around your neck. He's going to be dead weight because he's not going to be interested in even, okay, he might not be as interested in gung-ho as you are, as reading the books and this and that, but he should at least be willing to help you build it. Get on board, step up some kind of way. I'm not seeing where dude is doing any of that. Yeah, jobs are basic. That's what I mean. But she wants something more from him, and I'm wondering why. Uh, you don't say how long you've been married. You just say your ages. That would have been good information to know. But anyway, however long it is, this is something that you need to consider getting a divorce over. Yes, I've said it because this man is like useless. He's like a kid, and the more that you get, and the more moves you put in place, and the more of a structure you start building, you better hope that he's not the type that's gonna want to like take money out the bank and rip checks out the back of the checkbook and just like sabotage your shit. But if I were you, I would get a divorce. I mean, you can still live with him if you want to, still date him if you like. But he need to be over there somewhere while you work on building your empire by yourself, because dude is not part of the scheme. He's not contributing to it in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, he's just a loser. I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I think it takes women, their change. It's like what's good for you at 20, whatever. You're just looking for just basic stuff. You just want a companion, some dick, somebody to laugh with here and there, whatever. It's no big deal. Well, by the time you get a little more mature, you're looking for other things in your life. Your vision changes, your expectations of yourself change, your expectations of your partner change, and you want more. That's when men start falling off and the women end up not losing interest in them because they're not capable of being the man that she needs him to be. And it's like, if you trying to make moves and you shaking and trying to dodge and dip and, get to the finish line, and you got to carry a grown motherfucker 175 pounds on your back to get there, well, you could get there a lot faster if you drop that dead weight. And that's what I'm suggesting that you do. Because you are just wasting your time. This a loser. That dude is like nothing. Oh my God. What a pain in the butt. The gauntlet was thrown. Oh well, she no children. Yeah, so she's cool if she just stays as she is and just get fade out. Just tell them let's get a divorce, because this is not really where I want anymore, and it's not really working for me to see you sit around playing video games while I'm trying to build an empire. This is not working, and then just get rid of his ass. A dusty marriage, yes it is. Dude is just dusty as hell with his video game playing ass. That seems to be a common theme from women with these guys in their 30s. They're all dusty and they all like to sit around playing video games all the damn time. It's like, who wants to be bothered with that? I mean, a little bit of that is fine, but it's time to be an adult now. And adulting requires conscious efforts. You can't just be checking out playing video games, especially you ain't making no money playing video games. Then what's the good of that? That's not really helping anybody. Good night, popcorn. She got to go to bed. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning where she is. But I'm just kind of disgusted. But I appreciate everybody for coming through the channel. And I have to say, I meant to say earlier, a lot of people were so mad at me. They were like, "Well, I'm unsubscribing from you, Deborah. I'm unsubscribing," and I'm like, I mean, what do you want me to do? Cry? I mean, I like it when people subscribe, but I mean, it's not like, you know, I mean, what do you want from me? This is the internet. I like the people I interact with. I like you while you're here, but if you decide that you don't want to be here, I mean, that's fine. You know what I mean? That's fine. You got that right. I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'm not gonna pout. I'm not gonna scream. I'm gonna just say bye, and we enjoyed you while you were here, and now you're not, and so there you go. I mean, I don't know what they wanted from me by making that announcement. That was kind of curious to me. But we got what do we got coming up? Okay, so tomorrow's video. Oh, that's right. I need to record this tonight. Why men have struggled with picking up on signs that a woman is not interested in their asses. They just really struggle with that. And then on Thursday, we're going to have another live stream. We'll be here talking about how men attempt to invalidate women's reality with their little snarky ass comments and their gaslighting. So we'll be talking about that. And so that's what's coming up for the next 2 days as we roll through Debruary. Yeah, because of the B. Smith vid. And I'm like, it's not that serious. I mean, it's all over the internet. People are gonna disagree. That's what we have to end this on the internet. Everybody's not gonna disagree on everything. Come on now. I mean, even with how I solve relationship issues, people disagree with me. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, you go to school, people disagree with your position on papers and stuff. I mean, that's life. You know what I mean? It's like I seriously was looking at those posts and I was like, I wonder what it is they expected me to say or do. I mean, what was the purpose of this announcement? What was the goal here? Because whatever it was, I didn't think it and didn't feel it, but was just curious, because I noticed it. And so that's why I'm commenting on it because I was like, huh, that's kind of interesting. But drink first. I might have to do that. But you guys, thanks for coming for another another what the fuck Tuesday. Oh my God, these poor people, just um so sad. But we'll be back tomorrow. There'll be recorded video will be up either early tonight, late tonight, or tomorrow. I'm not sure when I'll get to finish it, and then we'll be back. Come back 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time on Thursday for another live stream. This is Deb Cooper from SurvivingDating.com. I'll see you then. Bye, wonderful people. See you later.